Hi everyone. So I'm here with a new game of CBA. It's classic CBA, and as I am playing as the Burmese, and the Burmese are fairly good safe because of their high attack. As you can see, it's 17 attack, but they have pretty low pierce armor as well as very low melee armor and a very bad range. So you want to cluster them and hit and run, hit and run. As you can see, I built to air. In in orange we have the Celts, which are fairly good unit, but not in CBA because they have a very low pierce armor as well as a low melee armor, and their HP is not too strong. Having said that, they are very fast and they can be good matchup against killing the gates, setting up the races, as well as killing the castles as immediately. We have the Ethiopians and the Kipchaks, and Ethiopians and Kipchaks are not so good of a unit in CPA because shuttle warriors, although are very high attack, they have low HP, low melee armor, and low pierce armor. So they are good against archers and killing them very fairly quickly. But if there is a mass of archers, they are unable to do anything. Having said that, the shuttle player is already in the castle age, and he should prioritize race immediately and start making arbalest or the crossbowman because he's an archer. And you can see the shuttle warriors go down fairly quickly because of the low pierce armor. In the opponent side, we can see there is Mayans and Vietnamese, which is very strong and pretty strong against Kipchaks, and Kipchaks are pretty useless over here. On the further side, we have the Magyars as well as the Bulgarians, and clearly we can see that the Magyar player can act as a pretty good windshield for the red player to take his place. So all in all, I can say that this is a lost cause and we won't be able to win this in any circumstance if the players are bad. My only win condition is that if the Celts player gets the race ASAP, the Shotel player or the Ethiopians get race ASAP and start building, so expose the Cumans player also gets the race, walls himself base and walls this side of the base, and I do get the race. So all four of us get the race without getting a split, which is a very rare case, and our opponents won't let us do that. So I don't think we will be able to win in this case. Since I don't think we will be able to win this game, so I think playing a bit of YOLO is a good start over here. So playing YOLO means that try to kill one player, try to focus all the 4 players into one side and try to kill one player as soon as possible. However, that is only possible if you have great teamwork and your opponents are listening to you. From what I can tell, the Kipchak player and as well as the Shotel warriors, which is the teal are not as good of a player as you would like to expect them to win this game, which is not a very not a compliment, neither it is a discouragement for them, because a lot of players are not good at this game and you have to play hundreds and hundreds of games to get good at it. So the shuttle player, I asked the shuttle player, try and, because there are archers here and he melts archers, so try and take the engagement and take out this gate, which is already at 335 HP. But as you can see, these players, the Mayan player as well as the Naika player, are good enough to know that shuttle player needs a race. The blue player will try to avoid shuttle player getting the race for as long as possible. And the reason for it is so that these players get race, so that they are themselves in the castle age. Once they are in the castle age, then it doesn't matter that shuttle warriors get their race, because they'll be able to get the race since they have the OP sets. Now we try to focus down Magyar player because the Magyars is not a very great unit since it's 85 HP and the attack is very low. The melee armor as well as the archer armor is not too good, and Iron by being strong in attack should be able to melt yellow. However, the opposite team is pretty strong and knows what we are trying to do. Hence, trying to block all of our attacks. So it feels bad, man. We can't win this matchup, but I am trying to explore what strategy do you do when you know that this is a lost cause. Basically, um, so the shorter player should have come here, and then we should have attacked directly. I would have, since I have high HP, I should have blocked any player from entering, and see. I leave the skate for him, and I left his gate at 7 HP for the teal to kill it. However, he won't be able to kill it for as long as other players click the castle edge. And as you can see, other players are already starting to reach the castle edge. And our attack on yellow have failed, while yellow has feeded a lot of kills for himself. They will try to protect this gate and try to avoid shuttle player to get the Ethiopians to get this race, and no matter what we try, we can't get these races. We could have gone to green, however, but since if we try to see the fog of war, we don't know how many units are here, and if we fail in this attack, then they get our races. The Mayan player can get his races easily, and then it's game over for us. Pretty soon it's game over for us because they have got an OP save. So I'll try to fasten it up here, and I think I'm taking pretty bad engagements just to get the shuttle player to get the races. However, see that every time we go and attack, there's a mass over here. I think a better way should have been to go and attack the green gate and set it up.
To build a castle, you must first advance to the next age.
Then I'll ask the shuttle player, the Ethiopians, to get this race, but he's already walled. Okay. And we are too late. But having said that, I think so what you can learn is, even if your civ is like very poorly matched, try to all 4 of the players should be attacking the weakest player in this league, in which case this is Magyar, and he won't be able to prevent it using archers in the backside. The archers, if they get killed, would take a long time to run from his base to yellow, and this is what you should try to do. Now my main concern is whether if yellow gets raised or not. If yellow is able to get the race, he will be able to create knights, and soon he will be able to click cavalier and this paladin, and then we are GG. And so far, as I said, the win condition was to get all the races, and all players should be able to get race and fall themselves and then start to create units, upgrade their units, but that hasn't happened. I haven't got the race, which is quite understandable. However, other players haven't, the orange player hasn't got the race. That I think teal did get the race or not, maybe. So as long as the game goes on and as these players please become upgraded, the Vietnamese player would be pretty untouchable pretty soon, and even if we make knights, it will be fairly useless. The knights will be fairly useless against green, who is walled himself and has villagers himself. I'm sorry, my game is lagging because of the recording, but yes, so they're still preventing this gate and preventing yellow. So we shift the focus and try to have these units surrounded, and now we know that this game is a lost cause, and let's try to speed up even further through this game and see how this game pans out and how do they do it. So since we are in the losing position, and how can red player throw this game, how can this team throw this game, and what should they avoid to do? So remember, our winning condition is we getting the villagers. So if somehow I am able to kill these villagers, we are able to kill these villagers as well as kill these villagers, that would be a throw of game for them. On the same time, if we are able to get these raises by losing any amount of unit as possible, and then getting these gates, and at least 3 players get these raises, then advance to the castle age and make very strong units, I think that should be winnable. However, the team is too strong for that. I again tried to take this castle, but this is fairly strongly defended, and the Ethiopians retreat to raise. We are unable to give him raise, and he still doesn't have villagers to prevent to have walls up. You see that the left side team or the team of red is doing very well to prevent us from getting the races and playing rather extraordinarily well to prevent this. It's rather that they are playing very proactively to prevent us, and they know exactly what they are doing and at least 3 of these players are playing very well. So this hurts our chances. However, this game is not unwinnable. This is winnable if these players were new and they didn't know when to take this engagement or not. Because while their army is very strong, but our army is very mobile. So while they focus over here and try to kill our gates, our team can easily take down their gates and kill their villagers if they are not so careful about it. This is not the case, and now it's game trying to get the raises and trying to ask the other people to get their raises. Go to the Imperialists, try to strengthen their enemy. While we are looking at this game, let's try to look at what is the Civ draft for NMI. So the Burmese don't get arbalists, so it's no point making crossbows because they will be useless once again. It's a fair point to make elite skirmisher, but it only has 35 HP and it's very slow. However, we can make heavy cavalry archer even though we don't have thumbring, because heavy cavalry archer with Parthian tactics are very strong, although they take a lot of time to train, but it's a very strong unit. It has 16 HP, a high pierce armor, a good melee armor, and you could go for champions ideally. I mean, the champions also do make sense, but because they are very slow, so you need very high mobility in CBA games, and you tend to avoid champions and halberdiers and directly go for cavalier. I mean, you could go for elite battle elements, but in this mode of CBA, the elite battle elements are very strong and hence removed from the lineup in CBA right now. There are all the upgrades available for such as bracer. They don't do lack armor, but it's not no problem since we have got bracer, and anyways cavalry archers don't have to get too many attacks from up front. Hence heavy CA mix in with maybe a few champions would have been great. For Magyars, I think they should go directly for um, making paladins, because paladins even eat halberdiers 2 to 1. If we see where is Magyars, so Magyars is a very strong lineup. I mean, they do get arbalists, heavy cavalry archers, thumbring, as well as Parthian tactics. We get paladins. Paladins are not so expensive and not at all expensive in this game. The training time is also good, 160 HP plus 20 HP with 14 plus 2 attack, 14 plus 4 after the attack upgrades and all. Decent, I'd say rather decent uh, siege units and all the upgrades you can ask for. I mean, except for plate parting armor maybe, which is an infantry upgrade. So I think this game is pretty over at this point. If you can't see it, I think this is pretty over. And now what they'll do is, since the Vietnamese player is pretty strong now in the castle age, having the upgrade 7 plus 2 and having a bonus damage against Kipchaks, so it should be able to keep him at base while the red player gets the raises. Now it's everyone's chance to get the raises, so yellow player should get a raise now pretty quickly, and so does the red player. And once the red player and yellow player get the raise, they should be able to wall up their bases. If not, if they feel confident, they should be trying to get protection up quickly as possible, which you'll see they will be doing, and it's a game time. So green player already has, and he's building cavalry archers as well as cavalry. Just if any of us make archers, which is not the case. Should also know it's pretty useless now that everyone has raises. So walls, and then after walls should be building Bulgarians should be building cavalry or maybe cavalry archers. Let's see, what should they build? So as Bulgarians, you should be making heavy cavalry archers, since we have not got no camels. So the sable line is pretty useless since we have heavy cavalry archers. But if you want meat shield, Hussar is a bad choice because you have all the gold in the world. So cavalry, maybe 6 tables and 12 archery ranges, pumping out archers every 27 seconds, and cavalry are pumping out every 30 seconds, should provide a great meat shield and be able to push. And since we have got siege ram, so this lineup, onager lineup, is gone in CBA. Siege ram should be able to push easily. So he's trying to get to Imperial Age, which I think he should be able to get easily, and then making a lot of archery ranges and push our side and kill us immediately. And I think after this point we knew that red player has all the upgrades, and since its lineup has heavy cavalry archer, it kills us and we all resign. So let's look at the KD. I'm fairly certain my KD was not too bad, which it is not, and I think Orange did a fairly good job killing units, but his KD is 1-1, which is pretty bad. I think if you can look at any save, you can't tell which side was winning and which side was losing, but it was just about getting those extra kills. And looking at this KD, you can't really tell who's winning, but as soon as you look at blue and you look at how well he performed, only one player can tell okay who was winning. And you can see the blue's KD is 2:1, which is he killed 2 units for 1 unit loss, and it tells a lot about how he has played in this game. And he was able to get those archers and quickly eagles, and should be able to kill us very easily. So I'll see you in the next game of CBA. Have fun, and please subscribe or like wherever you are and wherever you are watching this video.